Hey, second grade, I hope you're having a terrific Tuesday today and you are ready to begin with some math. Let's get started. All right, so here we have an equation for our number talk today. And during this time on this video, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil or a dry erase board and a marker so that you can work problems with me. So if you don't have those supplies, go ahead and press pause and grab them now. Okay, so now that you have either a paper and pencil, a dry erase board, and a marker, let's get started. What I want you to do is solve this problem on your own and then we'll check it together. So 82 minus 38. Press pause to solve this problem. All right, so to solve 82 minus 38, you may have used several different strategies. You may have just written out the equation and done 82 minus 38 and that was it. You may have drawn a base 10 block model to figure it out. You may have used an open number line or expanded form. There are so many ways that you could have solved this problem. The way that I'm going to solve this problem today is I think I'm going to choose the strategy of using base 10 blocks. Now, I know that you don't have base 10 blocks at home, so I'm going to draw it out like you would be doing to show you how to do it. Okay, so 82 minus 38. I need to draw out 82 base 10 blocks. So 8 tens, because there's an 8 in the tens place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 ones. 1, 2. Okay, now we're subtracting 38. So do I need to draw out 38? No, I need to take away 38, right? Because we are subtracting. So ones place first. Take away 8 ones. Well, are there 8 ones to take away? No, so what do I need to do? I need to take a 10, right? I'm going to take this 10 and break it into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, is this number still 82 right now? It should be, right? Because I just took a 10 and I broke it into 10 ones, but I didn't take anything away. Let's count and make sure that we still have 82. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. See, we still have 82. Now we should be ready to solve the problem. Okay, so I need to still take away 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we need to take away 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And now all we have to do is count it up to get the answer. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So 82 minus 38 equals 44. One thing I want to point out to you, when I drew this model, notice when I was taking them away, I didn't erase the blocks. Don't erase your blocks when you're doing base 10 block models like this, because if you erase, then if you end up getting the wrong answer, your teacher's not able to look at what you did to see maybe you accidentally drew too many or you took too many away. If it's erased, they can't help you. So always just mark them out neatly. That way, if we need to go back and check your work, we can help you more. Okay, let's move on to our word problem for the day now. We're going to use apps check. Here's our problem. Let's read it together. Tommy wrote 61 Valentines. He passed out some of them. Now Tommy has 28 Valentines remaining. How many Valentines did Tommy pass out? All right, let's read that one more time and let's listen carefully for the question. Tommy wrote 61 Valentines. He passed out some of them. Now Tommy has 28 Valentines remaining. How many Valentines did Tommy pass out? Did you hear the question? How many Valentines did Tommy pass out? Okay, so that's what we're trying to figure out, how many he passed out. Now let's look back through the word problem and look for important information that tells us about the Valentines. Listen to each sentence. Tommy wrote 61 Valentines. Do you hear anything important in that sentence? 61, right? 61 tells us the number of Valentines that Tommy wrote. Here's the next sentence. He passed out some of them. What is important there? He passed out some. And the words passed out are important too, because remember the question's asking us how many he passed out. Some is important because it tells us we know that he passed out some, but we don't know how many. So some is kind of like a question word. We're not exactly sure how many, we just know he did some. Here's the next sentence. Now, Tommy has 28 Valentines remaining. Hear anything important there? 28. And the word remaining. Remaining helps us to know how many are still there. So let's move on to our plan now. This is a little bit of a tricky problem, but I think we can do it. Okay, so we're needing to figure out if we need to add or subtract. I'm going to draw a part whole mat too, because a lot of the times if I can fill this part whole mat out, it will help me to know whether I do need to add or subtract, especially if I'm not quite sure. Okay, so Tommy wrote 61 Valentines. That's how many he wrote total. That was the whole amount. So that's going to be our whole. He passed out some of them. Well, we don't know how many, we just know some. That's one of the parts. Now, Tommy has 28 Valentines remaining. So remaining, there are 28. That's another part. We've got to figure out how many he passed out. So anytime we know the whole and only one of the parts, in order to get the answer to the other part, we have to do what? We have to subtract. So we're going to be subtracting 61 minus 28. Now, if I had gone back through this problem and written it out exactly the way I heard it, I would have written 61, and then he passed out some. So minus something, and now there are 28 remaining. 61 minus something equals 28, but also we can subtract 61 minus 28 and get the answer for right there. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a second. Okay, so let's subtract 61 minus 28. I think to solve it, I'm going to use an open number line this time. All right, so Tommy started at 61 Valentines, and he passed out 28. We need to subtract 28. 28 has how many tens? 28 has 2 tens, so 2 10 jumps. 1, 2. And then 8 ones, so 8 1 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to know how many remain. To figure it out, let's count backwards. So first, we've got to count backwards by tens from 61. 61, 51, 41, and now by ones. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33. So it looks like Tommy may have 33 Valentines remaining. Now I need to check my work. Let's check it. So I should be able to add 33 plus 28 to get 61. Because if 31 really is my other part, I can add 2 parts together to get the whole. Just like when we decompose, when we compose, we put 2 parts together. So let's see if 31 plus 28, or 31, no, not 31, goodness gracious, 33 plus 28 equals 61. Sorry, I don't know why I said 31, goodness. Okay, let's add. What is 3 plus 8? Or make it easier, 8 plus 3. Well, I know 8 plus 2 makes 10. This is 8 plus 3, so 10 plus 1 more is 11. I can't write 11 right here because I can only write one digit. So I'm going to write the 1 from the ones place in the ones place and take the other one to the tens place. Now I add them up. What is 1 plus 3 or 3 plus 1? 4, and then 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 equals 6. So look, we got 61 again. So that means 33 is the answer. 61 minus 33 equals 28. Or 61 minus 28 equals 33. Also, now we know exactly how many Valentines Tommy passed out. We know it wasn't some. We know it was 33. All right, let's move on to some 3-digit subtraction. So if you have your pencil and paper with you, we're going to work on this together. I want you to just watch me the first time to make sure you understand what to do, and then I'll let you try it on your own in just a little bit. Okay, so if I have 521 minus 314, how could I solve this using an open number line? Well, when we subtract using an open number line, remember we start on the far right side when you subtract with the largest number, 521, and then we make our jumps. So how many hundreds are in 314? There are 3 hundreds, so we need to do 300 jumps. 1, 2, 3. And then how many tens? There's 1 10, so 1. And then 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now all we have to do to get the answer is count backwards. So we're at 521. We've got to go backwards by hundreds. So 521, 421, 321, 221. Now go backwards 10. 211. Now backwards by ones. 210, 209, 208, 207. So 521 minus 214 is 207. Now let's try this using expanded form, or no, you know what, not expanded form. Let's do a base 10 block model this time. I'm showing you different strategies that you can use to solve these problems. All right, so 521. We need to draw it out. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and then 21. 10, 20, and there's your 21. Now before we subtract, I want you to count this and double check to make sure it's 521 before we start to solve. So let's count. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 510, 520, 521. All right, so now we're ready to take away 314. We start with our ones place first, just like when we would subtract using the equation. So let's take away 4 ones. There aren't 4 ones to take away, so what do we need to do? We need to take a 10 and break it into 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now let's take away our 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take away 1 10 and take away 3 hundreds, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Now we count what's left. 100, 200, 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 207. So even with our base 10 block model, we got the answer of 207. So see, you can solve these problems using lots of different strategies, not just one way. Let's do one more problem, and this time I'm going to have you press pause and solve it using your favorite strategy or a strategy that you'd like to try, and then we'll check it together. Let's do 728 minus 522. Okay, so press pause and solve this problem on your own, and then we'll check it together. Okay, I'm going to solve it using expanded form. So I've got to expand out each number. 728 is 700 plus 20 plus 8. And then we're subtracting 522, which is 500 plus 20 plus 2. Now, before we start, we're going to bring these plus signs down so that we remember to add once we have subtracted these, because it's several different steps that we've got to do to get the answer. Okay, remember we are subtracting now, not adding. 8 take away 2 is 6. 20 minus 20 equals 0. 700 minus 500 equals, well, let's count. Okay, 700, 600, 500, 400, 300, 200. So see, I've taken away 500 and gotten 200. And now we add. 200 plus 0 is 200. 200 plus 6 equals 206. So our answer is 206. Hopefully you got 206 no matter which strategy you used. If you got it, that is the correct answer. Good job. All right, guys, I'll see you next time for some more 3-digit addition work. See you then. Bye.